We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Cat's Corner podcast, the fastest show on the internet today. I am joined always by my Recite hoodie wearing, three-time world karate champion, WCW legend, WWE legend, fresh off a cruise ship with Chris Jericho, Mr. Ernest, the Cat Miller, also an Academy Award nominated movie actor. I am Big Shug Keziah on this microphone. I blaze fire. Give her brother a call if you want this Oscar Mayer. We are here today to talk about the week that is Super Bowl week. What's going on, Cat?
What is Oscar Mayer? I mean, I feel
That's
like you
that
slipped.
wiener. That's that wiener. Hey, before we get started, how about let's get in a word from our illustrious sponsor, Recite.
We're Recite. Of course, we offer all-inclusive site work. We're Recite. Of course, we have a dynamic site crew. We're Recite. We have secure foundations. We're Recite. Of course, we're good stewards. Recite redefines the way site work is done. Contact us at recite.com. It's re-site.com.
Recite.
Hey, listen, man. Speaking of Recite, I can't wait to get to WrestleMania this year. I can't wait. It's in Vegas. I mean, listen, last year in Philadelphia, you didn't go last year, did you?
Nope, but I'm going to go this year. If Wesley's paying, I'm going.
No, Wesley ain't paying nothing.
That I ain't going.
You don't need to go. We got Cody. We got Cody, my wife. We got a lot of people want to go. Listen, This is what I'm talking about right here, though. That is the biggest event of all time for me. It's the best one I've been to. You know, I went to the Super Bowl. I think it was back in, what was that, 1999, I think, when it was here in Atlanta.
I'm not exactly sure when it was in Atlanta.
Let me see. I'm going to tell you because I went to the Super Bowl and it was 1999. 1999.
Wow. And
I'm telling you, it took over Atlanta.
Took over the whole city.
Parties everywhere. You know, NFL stars, movie stars, everybody was in Atlanta. And it was during January, so it was freezing out too.
Right.
So, you know, so when I look back and I think about the Super Bowl weekend that I went to, and I think they had like 70,000 fans or 70,000
because it was in the Georgia Dome. It was in the Georgia Dome back then.
Yeah, now there was 70,000 people there. But then I think about last year in Philadelphia, WrestleMania had 60,000 people there.
No, I think there was more than that.
I thought it was 60,000. 60,000. Yeah, 60,000 claimed. They claim it was 60,000 people there.
Huh. Well,
now
I sent you the updated thing from Wikipedia, but it's I think it was 77,000 in Philadelphia last year.
Listen, I've been to a Philadelphia Eagles game there before, and I saw it was crowded. Listen, it was fans not just in the stadium in the chairs, but they were down on the field too.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it was
it's a lot more than the football fans.
Yeah. So you know that event was just crazy, man. I had a great time, you know, going to a WrestleMania event. Have you ever been to one, Ray?
Oh yeah, I went to the one in 2014 at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, took my son. Yeah, absolutely. John Cena and Miz in the main event, and The Rock came down there and messed everything up for John Cena, and that started their 2-year program.
Man, you know, I just think about how much money they're making. Just think about the event itself. You know, I want to try to compare WrestleMania to the world biggest event, to Super Bowl. And I think we can do that. You know, I think I can do that. But the thing is, I can talk to you all day about the two, WrestleMania. True. And me and you going to go with WrestleMania because we wrestling people.
True. I think attendance to attendance in the venue, we compare greatly. Now, as far as a TV audience,
Commercial, yeah.
and what the Nielsen's will tell you is like what I looked at yesterday when I was doing some research for the show. The highest grossing event for Super Bowl was 120 million people when San Francisco played the Chiefs a couple years ago. It's 120 million people. And I think the biggest WrestleMania was right at close to 10 million views on TV.
But you know what? We can look at all this stuff. We can look at pro wrestling. WrestleMania is pro wrestling. How much
Correct.
money is into pro wrestling? A lot. Now, when you look at the Super Bowl, it's football. You got a bunch of football events that I think can fill out a stadium. You got the national championship. You know, I mean, how many people was there that attending that show, that game?
The conference
Ohio
finals,
State.
you mean the NFC championship and the AFC championship? Yeah, I mean it's not as big as the Super Bowl, but it's pretty close.
But not the conference. I'm talking about college. Let's go to
the
college.
national championship.
The national championship is bringing in a lot of money too.
True.
You know, it seems like it seems like there are two different worlds. And when I said two different worlds, you got the world of entertainment, pro wrestling, then you got the world of sports, and that's football. So all over the world, people love these two things. And I can't argue about which one is the biggest, which one is the largest, because guess what? We grew up doing both of these things in our backyard for free. We played football in our backyard. We wrestled in the backyard.
And we dropped a dusty elbow out there on the backyard.
And now look at how much money somebody took what we started and what we had for free and made it into one of the biggest events in the whole world.
Of all time.
WrestleMania.
In Vegas, in Alliance Stadium, but there'll be 75 to 80,000 people there too.
But it was a different crowd. Let's talk about 99. I remember 99, and I remember exactly what happened on that night. I went out.
Who played? Do you remember who was in the Super Bowl in 99?
I think it was the Rams in New England.
Okay.
And I remember going to the game. After the game, I went to a party. And I remember this party because it was the party where Ray Lewis and his guys cut up a bunch of people. It was when Ray Lewis and his crew came in and they got into a big fight. I mean, it's not funny because 2 kids died.
I know the way you said it was like that. Ray Lewis and company cut up a bunch of people. Ray Lewis was exonerated now. He didn't do any time.
Listen. Bro, I was there. How you gonna tell? I was there.
I'm saying what the law said. The law turned Sugar loose.
I was there. I mean, I sit in the same seat. I'm gonna tell you how the incident started with me. I walked in VIP. They saw the cat. They said, "Hey, cat, go in the VIP area." So I'm walking up the stairs to the VIP area. Cobalt was a good club. Had a downstairs and a upper stair upon where you can look over. Cobalt. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You remember that club?
Been there. Yeah, absolutely.
So VIP, you walk in, you go at the back way, you walk up to the top surface. They got a VIP area. So I'm walking up VIP. I just got there seeing some beautiful girls. I mean, everybody was out there. Michael Jordan, Denzel Washington. I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful night with a lot of celebrities out. And as I was walking up the steps, I ran into Pittsburgh Steeler, Andre Hastings, which I know from being around and from football. He was a receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he looked at me going up and he was coming down. He said, "Hey, big bro." He should call me a big bro. He said, "Listen, I wouldn't even go up there if I was you." I said, "Why?" He said, "Ray Lewis and this guy, they about to get in a fight up there." I said, "They fighting in VIP?" I said, "Yeah, they calling them Miami guys." So when I got up there, I saw what was going on. I saw what was about to go down. You had Ray Lewis group sitting in the area section of the VIP. And when they got up to go get some drinks and to dance, some other party came in and sat down in their seat, even with the drinks and the bottles on top of the table. They sat down in their seat. So when Ray Lewis and his guys came back, they told the guys, you got to go. You got to get up. I don't know who those guys was, but they was not moving. So they kind of broke them apart. And then one guy just sprinted towards the door like he going to get something or someone. And that's when everybody broke out. So when we broke out, I went straight to my car, got in my car, and left. I didn't hear about this until the next day, till they actually met up, because with this club, it had two sides. It had two sides to it, two doors. One door on one street and the other door on the other street. Now, if you came out and you went in the same direction, you guys were going to run in. You're going to meet each other at the corner of one street. So that's what happened. Ray Lewis and gang went out the front door. The other team went out the back door, and they ran right into each other, and they started fighting. And two of the other guys were killed that night, you know? He was killed that night. And Ray Lewis was put in jail. And that's when I found out that I looked a lot like, he looked a lot like me. Ray Lewis, we kind of resemble each other.
I have seen that. I have been with you when people have mistaken you for Ray Lewis.
So, yes. And I really didn't know who Ray Lewis was, but because he was arrested that night, his face was all over TV. And I remember going into WCW was just coming to town that same weekend. And I remember going into catering, and Booker T and Stevie Ray started saying, "Cat, you sure that wasn't you? You sure that wasn't you that stabbed those guys and cut those guys up?" I was like, why would you say that? Because then disco, because you and Ray Lewis look alike. It could have been you, Cat. When you at the party, I was like, yeah, I was there, but I wasn't in no fight. I don't fight when I go. I'm a lover. I don't fight. So
I'm a hugger, not a slugger.
So they kept doing that. So they kept doing that the whole day. Just kept saying stuff about me. And Stevie Ray was going a little too far. He was like, well, whoever did the dirty work to these two guys, whoever did the dirty work to the guy had to be skilled in some kind of martial arts, because they were, they were hit with two knives and stuff. So they were making light of it, making fun of it. But I didn't think it was funny.
No, two people lost their lives. That's not funny, but my man was exonerated. I'm a big Ray Lewis guy.
Hey, bro, let me finish this story. Don't nobody give a damn about who you like. Let me finish the story. See, I wasn't gonna do it. So the next week, I'm getting ready to go into the office at WCW. We was in, I think we was in Tennessee, and the office called down and said, "Hey, give this note to Cat." So when I got the letter, it was from the DA, district attorney for here in Atlanta. And they wanted to see me in their office the next week. They wanted to see me in the office. And I was like, why? They wanted to talk to me about this incident. So, bro.
You look like the perpetrator.
I went and told, I went and call my lawyer, because I didn't want to have anything to do with it, because I don't even drink. These guys were drunk. So when I called my lawyer called me and said, listen, they're going to question you. If you don't want to be involved, you don't know nothing. You don't know anything at all. So I said, okay, all right. So anyway, so the next day I'm driving my Hummer, Ben. I just got this new 1999 Hummer. So as I drive up to the DA where I was supposed to sit, and they were going to send somebody out to meet me, I drove up. I had my hair all out, and when I say I had my hair out,
was that when you had blonde hair?
I had blonde hair. So I didn't have my hat on. So I looked in the mirror, and I saw something that disturbed me real bad. And it was, I looked like Ray Lewis a little bit. And I started to panic, and I started to ask myself, wait a minute. Do I look that much like Ray Lewis that they think that it could have been me who was out there? Man, I panicked. I did not know. But when the DA came, called me in his office, he asked me a couple of questions. He said, hey, Ernest, were you at the party that night? I said, yes. He said, were you in a limo? And I know Ray Lewis and those guys was in a limousine. They came in a limo together because I saw the limo when I pulled up. I had a couple other friends who were riding with them, and a couple of professional athletes that their name was never called, but they was in a limo that night because I talked to all of them. They offered to give me a ride around to the club, park at the restaurant, come to the club. So as we started to talk about the situation, he started to pull out pictures. And I noticed the picture he pulled out were all of the celebrities that was there. He pulled out a picture of Michael Vick, who was there. Had nothing to do with it, but Michael Vick was there. He said, do you know this guy? And the only thing I knew is what my lawyer said. You don't know nothing. He said, do you know this guy? I said, nope. He pulled out a picture of Michael Jordan. Do you know this guy? Man. Listen, let me tell you a story. I didn't know anything. I said, nope. He could have pulled out a picture of my grandmother, and I would have said, nope, I don't know her if she was there. Listen, I was not going to get involved with that. But then on my way out, he told me, he said, the way we got your name, we took the VIP list, and everybody's name was on the VIP list, got to come in and question us. And he said, unfortunately, I'm sorry that we had to put you through this, but, two guys lost their lives, and, we trying to get to the bottom of it. So I shook hands, left, and as soon as I got in my car, I called Stevie Ray and Disco and said, you guys can't stop me. I knew you guys had this plan. You guys thought I was going to spend the rest of my life in jail for something I didn't do. I'm not Ray Lewis. I'm not Ray Lewis. So anyway, listen. So that was my Super Bowl weekend. That happened, and I'm telling you, it's a terrible thing. But the game turned out to be big, man. And I just want to get a couple of guys in that NFL player, Ray. And me and you gonna show these guys, Ray, why we think the best entertainment is coming from pro wrestling, WrestleMania, and we're gonna let them speak up for some of the football event. We got Rory Graves, who been on here before. Rory Graves was a Ohio State All-American. Let's go back to his high school day, Columbia High School in Atlanta, Georgia. He was a high school All-American. He was a college Ohio State Big Ten, all Big Ten.
Two-time Big Ten champion.
He went and played with the Raiders in Seattle. And then we also got Dunn, who is a friend to the show here, the podcast. And before we get to KD, I want you guys to know to look at that cash out down there.
Yeah.
That's cash
what
out.
about. That's what we're talking about right there.
Listen, we're talking about donation to get people like these guys to come on. Sometimes we got to pay up. But if you got to
get me to WrestleMania.
Hold on. Let me finish, Ray. Let me finish. This is more important than you, fat ass. So cash out.
I'm about done.
Cash out, and hit the cash out. Cat's Corner Podcast.
That is the dollar symbol, Cat's Corner Podcast. That's what it is. If you want to donate, the dollar symbol, Cat's Corner Podcast on your cash app.
Let me tell this here, Ray. Listen, if you guys, and I see it all the time, I see people go in and pay $5 for a cup of liquid coffee and sit in a corner in a dusty old place and call that entertainment. But if you can find any entertainment in this and what we are doing today, hit the cash out. Hit the cash out. Donate.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button too.
Oh, subscribe.
Let's grow our subscribers. We're trying to get to 100,000.
Okay. Now let's get to KD Dunn. KD Dunn, you know KD. What do you know about KD?
Man, KD is a 1981 national champion with the Clemson Tigers, and Danny Ford was, I believe, drafted in the 5th round as a tight end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is also sporting a Super Bowl ring on one of them fingers from then Washington Redskins, I believe in 1991, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Big Ray,
So he went,
Big
so
Ray.
in a 10-year period, he was a national champion and a Super Bowl champion, and you can't take that from KD.
Big Ray, you put this guy over. This is a black guy, you know, being a
he's
Trumper.
Black? Oh, yeah, he's black. I take it all back then. No, of course I know he's black. He's a friend of the show.
Hey, but you're a Trumper.
Well, he is too. He likes his money.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, Cody, do me a favor, Cody. Get those 2 chumps in here.
Bingo.
Ooh, boy, they looking nice.
Look at that.
Those some big old guys, boy.
I seen that big fist on KD. KD, he's going to punch you in the face, Cat.
Hey, Big Rory is about 6'8", 330 pounds. Wasn't nothing but muscles. KD was about 6'3", 230, 240. Wasn't nothing but muscle. They used to call him Black Midnight.
Black Midnight.
They used to call him Black Midnight because you couldn't see nothing, boy, when he was spread. Nothing but eyeballs.
That boy say anything, won't he?
Yes, he will.
What they used to call you, Ernest, deep eyes.
Hey, KD,
your eyes are so far sunk back into your eye head. You can't hardly see your eyeballs.
KD, take it easy, and we ain't gonna go there. We just want this. This is my podcast. I just want to have a conversation with 2 of my best friends. Three of my best friends. That's all I'm trying to do, KD. And the only thing we trying to do is learn a little bit about this event that they call the Super Bowl. That's all. You guys played in NFL. I didn't make it. You guys did.
I had to fight all my life.
So listen. So let the fans in, because I didn't make it to the NFL. I didn't make it to the Super Bowl like you, but I made it to WrestleMania. I made it to some of the biggest pay-per-view ever on TV.
Starcade. You made it to Starcade, baby.
Bro, listen, I made some big news, baby. I didn't do it in football, but I did it. Now, you guys walk around because you guys are big stars. KD, where you going, KD? You quit?
Man, no, my battery's running low, so I'm trying to
go find that plug in.
See, let me tell you this right here. Let me tell you this.
Back to midnight.
Let me tell you this right here. Hey, Big Roy.
He'll be back with us in a minute. Yeah.
Big Roy, tell us about some of your experiences you had with football, man, and some of the big events. Have you ever, went to a Super Bowl?
No, it's like, if I'm not gonna play in it, I don't want to go to it. so I've been to, like, man, most of my Super Bowl experience has been at home. I don't, it's like, if I'm not playing in it, I don't want to, partake so much. I'll watch the game at home like everybody else. I mean, I got close one time. We played in the AFC Championship back in '91. And we lost to Buffalo, and Buffalo went and they played the Giants, and of course.
Wait a minute, slow your ass down. Yeah. Who did you play? Who did you play against in the championship
Buffalo.
game? Yeah, but who did
the
you?
Raiders.
Hold up, shut up, Ray. I'm asking the question. Who did you line up against?
Bruce Smith.
And you know what Bruce Smith told me, right? We did a radio show together.
I don't care what he told you. I know I kicked his ass a bunch of times. I know that.
Ray.
I tell you what, they might have beat us 51-3, but that nigga was bloody, okay?
Hey, watch that N-word now. Don't get me canceled.
I'm sorry about that, but he was bloody.
Let me ask you something.
I tell you what.
Ray, hey, Rory.
But he didn't do it. It wasn't because of him. Yeah.
Rory, we having a conversation. We ain't got to talk over each other. Listen to what I said, then I listen to you. I did a radio show with Bruce Smith.
You did?
And Bruce, yeah. And I came back and told you this. I said, Bruce Smith talked to him. He was big old guy, big old dark brother, the kind that scare a little light-skinned brother like me to death. But this guy was about 6 feet, he looked mean. And this guy told me that he played against you. I said, I got a very good friend that you probably played against. He said, yeah, I remember Rory Graves. He said, man, I started to knock his head off. I said, why?
He did.
He said he didn't do nothing but hold me. But I went back to and watched the game. You stopped this guy from making, getting to the quarterback.
Yes, I did. The truth hurts, doesn't it? Go ahead.
So that's what I'm saying. That was a huge game.
Yeah.
How did you feel before the game?
I look back over that game and I felt I think I should have spoke up. You know, in my playing days I led more by example, and instead of speaking up, I was more of me going after performing my job well. But I should have spoke up, I think, because it was like, we from California, we from LA, man. We out there with the sun and all that. Then you go up to Buffalo and you're freezing your butt off, and people, and when you go to drastic temperatures, like it goes directly to the cold. These guys.
Hey, Big Roy, your phone is cutting out. But
back.
Okay, but let me ask you this right here, so we get to this. With everything that was going on, did you feel the money in the crowd of people that watching and wanted to be a part? Did you feel the flow of the money around this event?
Well, yeah, it's a big event, because it was the AFC Championship game, and we played up at Buffalo at the time, and then the winner would play in Tampa. And they would play against the Giants, and that's who Buffalo ended up playing. They beat us to death, though. They beat us 51-3, but it was like we were throwing interceptions and stuff like that, and I mean at one play, Jim Kelly got a snap in a shotgun formation, and he dropped the ball, right, and the ball bounced right back in his hand. And then he threw a touchdown. He threw a touchdown to James Lofton. Now James Lofton was a teammate of mine with the Raiders the year before, and he caught like 2-3 touchdowns. He was sticking it to us, and it was. And after the end of the game, next thing you know, it was 51-3, and that cats just wanted to get on the plane and go back to California.
Now let me ask you this. Did you guys get paid less money for losing, or did you get paid for that game to play in that kind of championship game?
Yeah, you get extra money for each round. Like you get extra money for each round you go up. So we got each money. You got a game. You got money for the AFC Championship. You got money for the conference championship. We got that. Because we were the West champions that year, and we beat Cincinnati to go to play Buffalo for the AFC Championship.
Okay, so
we got paid though. We got paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So slow it down. Well, let's slow it down. Ray, you got anything you want to ask Mr. Rory?
Well, I do remember that game, and I do remember how much of a blowout it was. And then, of course, they go on to lose because that kicker, Scott Norwood, missed that field goal. And that was one. Hey, they were 6 inches to the left from actually being a football dynasty, because they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. They just lost all 4 of them because my Cowboys beat them in 2 straight. And I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah. But Big Ray, let's keep the focus on our guests. Ask this guy some questions.
Listen, Daddy, I'm talking with my friend Rory Graves, and we talking about Super Bowls.
First of all, First of all, you don't call me daddy. This ain't no
skin
daddy
daddy.
stuff. You got the pause with that daddy. Right?
You trying to be my dad on this show is all I'm saying. I'm having a conversation, and I'm worried about our other friend KD, who's going in and out on us.
But listen,
he was here, then he's gone. Now he's back. Now he's gone.
But listen. This is what we want to get the information from Rory. We got a guest on, Big Ray.
Rory,
let's get the information.
Let me ask you a question. In your opinion, do you feel like attendance-wise, wrestling could stack up to a Super Bowl?
But I think in some venues it can, because a lot of wrestling are like in indoor venues. Now, a lot of the WrestleMania venues are very big. Their stadiums, they're like in their stadium audience. But most of the wrestling ones are smaller venues. But with the WrestleMania is in a bigger venue.
That's what I mean. A WrestleMania versus a Super Bowl. Do you feel like they're comparable as far as attendance wise?
They both have their own. They both have their own selection of fans, because you got wrestling fans and you got football fans. And
which one of all the WrestleManias has been your favorite? Which one was your favorite?
Don't put him on the mark like that, Big Ray, because he probably don't remember WrestleMania.
They ain't been but 41 of them.
No. The first one was really good, because I thought the first one was okay, because ain't nobody never seen none of that before. But at the same time, we had the other ones that come on, and the ones that were better. They got bigger and better over the years. Then you started having a lot of the women getting involved. That made it a lot more sexy. Because football is like, if you don't, you go back with the Raiderettes and a lot of the the pretty chillers we got, but that's about it as far as women being part of it.
Hey, Big Rory.
But you guys have wrestling women that are good, but you guys have other women that that do other things that bring a different feel to it.
Okay, we got that. Calm down, Big Rory. But Big
Mine was WrestleMania 17 in Seattle. Let me
tell you this, Rory.
Yeah.
Around the whole event that weekend, it was beautiful girls all in Atlanta. They came around the NFL players.
Well,
you guys are known to bring that type of companionship out there. So that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about the whole gala thing. Not just the game.
Musical.
Yeah, I'm talking about that too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I understand. I got you. Because I remember that first one.
See, Big Ray, what I was just talking about to them, they talk about.
Are you back? Okay. Hello?
They talk about, hold up, we got you. They talk about a lot of things that comes with the Super Bowl, make money too. And we don't take that in consideration, being that, like he just said, wrestling is big probably around the world too, but I don't think it as large as football. What do you think about that, Rory?
Yeah, like I said, it has its fans, because you still got a lot of wrestling fans and you still got a lot of football fans. So it's like, and wrestling's been around since the 50s, man, in the 40s. It's been around just as long as football, basically. Really. Yeah. You talk about Gorilla Monsoon, all of them old time guys, man,
Which one of them? If I had to choose one football player, one wrestler that I would have loved to watch play football, that would have been Ernest.
He was a football player, though.
Yeah, but I said I would like to watch him. I never saw him play in a game. I never saw him play that.
I think he played with the Chiefs. Yeah.
Think he did.
He played with the Chiefs, man. Yeah.
So with your money, who do you think is going to win the game this weekend, the Super Bowl? Who do you taking in the Super Bowl? I'm talking to you, Big Rory. Who do you take in the Super Bowl? Who do you taking, Big Ray? Ray, who do you taking?
I'm
Okay,
thinking
go ahead.
because of the referee's involvement, the Kansas City Chiefs gonna win the Super Bowl by 3 points.
Who do you taking in the Super Bowl? Can you hear us, Rory? Who are you?
Hold on, y'all.
So who are you
He's
taking?
back. He's back.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Can you put the phone down where you won't be moving it all the time?
Hey, just so me and you know, the big cat Ernie Ladd, he played for the San Diego Chargers starting in 1961 and played to 65. Then he played for the Houston Oilers from 66 to 67, and then from 67 to 68 for them Kansas City Chiefs.
Now, Ray, now, what would you want to watch? A good WrestleMania or a good football Super Bowl game?
Now it depends on who's playing in the Super Bowl.
Okay, hold on. Let me set this off. You just asked a question. Let me set it off. You got The Rock and the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and his brothers.
All the guys like Kevin Owens and all those guys that would be winning. All right. And then who's in the Super Bowl?
You got the Raiders and the Cowboys.
I'm gonna have to go with the Super Bowl, man.
What?
I'm gonna have to go with the Super Bowl, and I'm
a
huge
Big Ray,
fan.
Big Ray, you're fired, baby. You're fired.
I'm just saying, it's been since '95 since my Super Bowl, since we won a Super Bowl. I'm ready to watch one.
But wait a minute, though. You a wrestler.
I see a WrestleMania every year.
You a wrestler fan, man. You a
I know, that's what I say. I see wrestling every year. I ain't seen a Super Bowl with the Cowboys in it since 1996. I'm 54. I was 26 when that went down.
Hey, you need to watch your mouth. You don't curse on the Cat's Corner. I want you to understand that.
PG-13.
We got kids. We got kids watching.
Get off this damn channel.
So back to you, Rory. Who are you picking in the game this weekend, and why?
If they run the ball like they've been doing, I think Philly will get it, but I don't know, man. That number 15 hard to beat. Ain't nobody beat him yet. So
he keep going up, moving his phone.
He's there. He's moving.
So, Ray, who would you compare 25? What's the guy named the running back for the Philadelphia?
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Compare him to a wrestler that you want to watch. That you'll either watch Barkley run or you'll watch this guy wrestle.
That's a good question. I would say Saquon running the ball, or
it's just like watching
Roman Reigns hit a spear on somebody.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one, boy. That's a good one. Now, Kansas City Chief quarterback, watching him to me is just like watching Ricochet in the ring.
I was going to say Cody Rhodes hitting that crossroads and getting that 1, 2, 3.
You know what? We got Big Rory back. Let's get the Big Rory. Rory, who you got in the game this weekend?
He said Philly.
No, he didn't.
I think Philly. I say Philly will have a good win if Saquon run like he been running. I think Philly will win, but I don't know. That number 15 hard to beat though. So, but I may, I'm gonna give it to Philly. See what happens. But I'm gonna go with Philly just to be saying I'm Philly. I'm gonna go with Philly because the running game.
I'm gonna watch the ratings because I still think WrestleMania is a much watched sport, more so than the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
especially this year, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I don't like you football players. Y'all come on my show, y'all talk to me in the kind of way. Yeah, I'm a wrestler. I'm a poor old wrestler. That's all I am. I've been to WrestleManias before. I've been to some of the biggest pay-per-views in the world. I've been on there before, Big Roy. You're a football player. I've been knowing you my whole life. I've been knowing you my whole life. And you mean to tell me you rather watch a Super Bowl game at home? And Ray, you said you were if Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, you rather watch the Super Bowl game than the WrestleMania.
Same way if the North Carolina Tar Heels is in the national championship for basketball or the WrestleMania, I'm watching them Tar Heels, baby. Them Tar Heels, that's what I am. I'm a Tar Heel. I'm sorry, I'm just who I am. I can't apologize. I'd like to, but I can't. What about you, Cat? Who you got? You've been asking the questions. Barbara Walters, let me ask you one.
I'm a diehard wrestling fan, baby. Okay. I may not even watch the Super Bowl. You understand what I'm saying? Why
so
give my
time?
Can
you'll be watching. You'll be watching it.
You'll be watching eating chicken wings.
Can I give you my reason why? Can I give you my reason why? Watching Kansas City play is just like watching a wrestling match. Referees calling anything they want to call. They making up rules just to move these guys downfield. And I know what it is. It's TV. TV rather see Kansas City Chiefs than anybody else.
Repeat.
I thought it was gonna be Detroit and the Ravens. That's the game I wanted to see.
And I wanted to see Detroit and Buffalo.
Yeah, that would have been a good one too. But we know Kansas City should have lost to the Falcons.
Absolutely.
They should have.
And the Broncos and about 5 other teams this year.
That's why I'm saying one play changed the whole. Back in the day, let me calm down because I get all hyped up. But back in the day, Rory, you know this, Rory. The last play of the game, the referees hold a flag. He's not going to throw a flag on the last play of the game.
Unless it's just blatant. I mean,
he was not going to. They'll tell you we're not going to show you the outcome of this game based on what the referee called. If the referee saw a call, it had to be just outright, just evident that it happened. The man had to choke on the hole. He had to choke the guy down for the referee to throw a flag.
Or if you're throwing it deep into the end zone, the defensive back just had to tackle the receiver before he had a chance to get to the ball.
Because they did not want to be part of the game, not to make a decision. Now they act like they are superstars. You know,
I think it's the difference between Paul Tagliabue and Roger Goodell. I think it's somewhere along the line it changed from sport to entertainment.
Yeah, I can gather that because they're trying to get an extra game in there now. You know.
Oh, they got
it. They're trying to make it 18 games.
They got 18, I think.
Let me ask you this,
17.
Roy.
They got 17 now. They're trying to get 18 though.
Roy, let me ask you this, Roy. Roy, answer this question. When you guys make it to the Super Bowl like that or playoff, do you guys feel like you worn down? Are you happy that you made it this far? Or do you guys feel like I'm tired? I'll be glad this season over.
Oh, it's a little bit of both because it's a long season, and so at the end of those games, those last games, you it's been a long season, so you're hurting and stuff, and you want to get these playoff games and Super Bowl over with so you can relax and try to get your body back on point, because when I played, it was 4 and 5 preseason games even before the regular season. So now they're going to take it down to 3 preseason games.
And then you had 14 games, right?
No, when I played, it was 16.
16 games.
And then they moved it up to 17, and now they're going to move it up to 18, I think, in the near future. They're trying to make it a lot more safer for guys.
Well, when you played, they didn't give you 2 weeks for the Super Bowl. It was 1 week off, then you played Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, they gave you a week off, and then you play the Super Bowl the following week.
Yeah. And now it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, who was the running back? Who was the running back for you? Who did you block for, Big Rory?
Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen.
Dang.
Marcus Allen more so because Marcus Allen played the whole season. Bo only came in at the last part of he came in at the second half of the season. So he played 8 games, but Marcus, he was playing baseball, and then he would miss the first 8 games, and then he would come in for the second 8.
Were you there the day he tore his hip? Were you there the day he hurt his hip?
Yeah, we were playing the Bengals, and we were kicking them in the butt, and it was just, man, I wish he wouldn't have got hurt because we would have had him full go when we would have played Buffalo, and I think it would have been a lot different game, but we didn't have him.
God,
so I know we missed him.
So listen here, man. Listen, I'm tired of you guys yip yapping. Nobody want to fight with me. Nobody want to prove me wrong. WrestleMania is the big event of all time. Damn the Super Bowl. Down the world basketball. What did they have in basketball? What did they have?
The NBA World Championship.
The NBA World. How they gonna play the World Championship and they just play here in the States, first of all?
The same thing with the Super Bowl. They called them the world champions, and they played nobody in Germany. They played over here.
Well,
WrestleMania got a little bit of everybody.
They worldwide, dog.
I'm saying
in Russia. We wrestling and people in Saudi Arabia. We worldwide, baby.
Yeah.
But people don't get it when I say that these guys are making all this money, Rory, Ray, off of things we used to do in our backyard, just having fun. Think about it.
Yeah.
We get a football and we get out there in the backyard and play tackle football. Next thing you know, we get out there, we have a wrestling match against each other, just having fun. Who in the world would have ever thought that these two things be making so much money, charging people so much money just to get in and see grown men do what we did when we was young? It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't think you should have to pay for this bit.
I agree. I don't think you should have to pay for anything. It's free. It's a kid's game.
But there's a lot of grown people out there like you, Ray. This is your podcast too. It's a wrestling podcast.
But you say you realize that shit.
You say you would go and you say you would go to a Super Bowl game before you went to a WrestleMania.
Because you baited me with my favorite team.
I would have baked. Hey, if I were gonna bake you, it was gonna be with a hamburger or either a donut,
a slice of pepperoni pizza, and an Iranian, Iron Sheik. America,
calm down. Hey, calm down, Big Ray. Don't do that, Ray. Calm down. You're going too far. Hey, it look like we got another NFL player on here.
Yeah, if he's back with us, I don't know.
Let's get his feedback.
Come on, Big Mike, talk to me.
WrestleMania or Super Bowl? What would you watch if they was on at the same time? Why? Tell me that.
That's the only time I watch football, playoff and Super Bowl. I don't know anything about WrestleMania. Football is real.
Says who?
It's still real to me, damn it.
Says who? Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs. So you trying to tell me this, KD? You trying to tell me there's nothing predetermined or fake about pro football?
I don't know. It's in question. It's always been in question for the last 10 years.
But wait a minute. Have you watched some of Kansas City?
Yes.
Games? And don't you think some of hold on.
That's the new dynasty.
But don't you think some of these calls that the referee is giving them is kind of fictional, it's made up?
Suspect.
Made up. Man, they call what they see. They referees. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why they got white and black striped pants.
You just want to be feisty. because you don't want to think together. We just having a conversation. We're not against each other. This is not pro wrestling against the NFL.
You trying to make it that way?
No, I'm just
yes,
trying to get your.
Me and Roy ought to tag team your ass. That's what we ought to do. We got to double team your ass and then see what happens.
It'll take more than y'all 2 hamburgers to get me, baby. It take more than y'all 2. Take more than that. I'm a bad man. I'm real. You may call wrestling fake. Wrestling's fake. Ernest the Cat is real.
KD, you grab one leg and I grab the other. We'll get his ass.
That's right. Dump him back in his trash.
Hey, that's the only tackle y'all could make. That's the only tackle y'all could have made.
Yeah, and that's the time you gonna call your mama. Somebody call my mommy.
KD,
call my mommy.
KD. So we're talking about. Let's stay on track now. Don't come on here messing my show up. Let's stay on track.
Your show alone. It's somebody else's show too. I thought it was a
it was our show about 10 minutes ago. It's right back to this show again.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
WrestleMania, a Super Bowl. What's the biggest? I mean, what would you watch? What would you say is the biggest event of the year?
Super Bowl is the most watched program in the United States. WrestleMania is just to get there. You know, you got all these big endorsements. You got all these celebrities that come up and boost for this game. You know how much money is generated in the one game? Let alone move it up to the game. But you're looking at commercial deals. 30 seconds. What is 30 seconds? What is 30 seconds? About $1 million something?
It's like
for a commercial.
It's crazy. It's like 500,000, maybe like every 10 seconds is like a $500,000 or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Now,
Kat,
who
you gotta throw your commercial in there, Kat.
Listen, let me ask you this: who do you think the money go to?
Whoever's endorsing it.
Yep.
Well, Fox is going to get some of it because they're broadcasting it, and NFL is going to have shared revenue in it because it's their product that you're advertising on. And then, of course, the one that pays for it is. So if it's Chevrolet promoting a new truck, Chevrolet's paying the bill. But eventually, you know who's paying for it? Whoever's buying that truck.
Consumers.
Whoever's buying that pickup truck is getting it.
Us.
KD.
That's why they're taking the chances out there and putting it out there.
KD, so how much do you think a ticket for the Super Bowl costs?
I think it's up to about 8 to 10 now. $8 to $10,000 for a seat, and this particularly where you're sitting at. It goes up closer. You get nosebleed, the highest, until you get to the right behind the bench, the most.
But didn't they used to give alumni, union guys, or guys that played in NFL? Didn't they give y'all free tickets?
Well, back in the day, that's what I'm debating about. I'm pretty pissed off about. Back in the day, they were giving us the last team you played for. The last team you played for, you was offered to buy at wholesale tickets for the game.
Yeah.
Then they said, guys. Then they said they tried to catch on and said, guys like us, we were selling our tickets. So then they turned around and said, the only way you can pick them up, you go to will call. Then they turned around and said, well, we don't have enough. We don't have any more for you guys. And I tried for the last 2-3 years to get tickets, and they act like they didn't have any for any alumni players.
And see, that's why I like WrestleMania right now. Like, if I call up and say, hey, I'm Ernest the Cat Miller, I've like 2 tickets, guess what they'll do? They'll send tickets. I get to go. And I think that's a damn shame if you in the union and you can't get 2 tickets.
I'm not a household name. So they're not gonna give me anything.
Well,
but you part of the union. You part of the union, though, right?
I am.
All right. Well, currently, just so we're all on the same page for the people at home, $2,523 plus taxes and fees is the cheapest ticket you can buy, all the way up to 16, almost seven, call it 17, $17,000 plus fees and tickets. So that's the range.
Wait a minute. Say that again, Big Red. I see it right here.
There it is, right there. 20. What is it now? Is it up to 2,800?
2,800. Then you got 2,900.
Yep. Then it goes all the way up to, like, I don't know what it is now.
So they're roughly like, oh, we'll go up to 3,000. Okay, I see what we're saying.
No, I got one that I'm on the same one he is. He just updated. Mine's on Vivid Seats. I don't know which one he's on. He might be on. He's on Ticketmaster.
So wait a minute. You see a couple of tickets right here.
There's a couple for $1,000.
$1,000 for $1,000. But do you think these tickets will sell at $1,000?
Oh, that's WrestleMania. That's why.
Oh,
okay,
that's
now we're on WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania's cheapest ticket is $1,100, and pro football Super Bowl is $2,800.
But wait a minute. It's a big difference. But think about how much it takes to put on a wrestling match. Nobody getting really hurt. It's a wrestling match. It's entertainment. And still the tickets are $1,000.
Yeah, it's a show. It's a public show.
And I think right now, that the NFL, let's just talk about per player. They probably got more $1 million players in the Super Bowl than there are $1 million wrestlers in WrestleMania. Right? Because one of the richest guys in football, I think, is Kansas City Chief quarterback. These two, $200 million quarterback, KD?
He ain't the richest now. He's like fourth on the list.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not the richest anymore. Dak Prescott. Dak
They got that
long, $60 million.
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't believe this. Ray, did you say Dak Prescott is what?
$60 million a year is the most highest paid player in the NFL.
Yep.
And he can't even smell a Super Bowl.
He can't smell it, spell it, or even get a ticket in the building.
Yep.
Well, he can get a ticket. He can afford it. He got $60 million this year. $60 million again next year.
Throw the ball from me to you.
Exactly.
I put a lot of pressure on that man.
I love it. He just ain't gonna do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think makes the Kansas City Chief quarterback so good, KD?
He's versatile, smart. He knows weapons. He knows what he's dealing with. He played with the guys long enough. Everybody knows. Everybody's on the same page. You know, it make the other players make it easy for him. Got a nice, decent running game. You know, they keep offsetting stuff, and you got a pretty good offensive coordinator.
Yep.
So with all that combination, you know, you're gonna
don't forget about Steve Spagnuolo, the best
guy
in the league.
Yeah, they got a good defense too. Yeah.
But Ray, let me ask you now, who is the quarterback comparison? Who is the quarterback for the WrestleMania and for WWE right now?
I would say Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns.
Those are top players making big money.
They would be your two tops. Yeah.
Not because of the money, because I know they're not making
because of their popularity with the fans.
Popularity. So what makes them so popular?
Fans love them.
No, they the chosen one. Those are the one that WWE said we want these two to carry our brand. And that's what they did. They put them up there, and they did a great job. They're doing a great job. You know, it's like I think they want to see Kansas City Chief quarterback represent the brand more than any other quarterback out there. Maybe because he got
more commercials.
Yeah, maybe he got that.
Yeah, he's the face of the NFL.
Well, the Eagles got a chance to knock him off. So if they go out there and play the game they supposed to play, they could beat them Kansas City. I ain't taking none. Both of those teams are very good teams. Both of them. So it is what it is, man. It can go either way. Yeah.
Well, depends on how they stage this game. If the running game for Philadelphia prosper, then I think they're going to win. That's going to be their advantage. If they
That's how I
stop the
feel about
run,
it.
if they stop the run and they're going to rely on the passing game from their quarterback,
Hey,
Philadelphia's quarterback,
hey,
it's not going to
yeah.
win. They're not going to
Hey,
win.
Ray. So who do you think gonna headline WrestleMania this year?
I think it's going to be it's going to be one of two people: Cody Rhodes and John Cena, or Cody Rhodes and CM Punk.
But didn't they say The Rock? The Rock is almost now. Now I could put
Rock's out because he's shooting a movie. He's not going to be able to make it unless he shows up. Unless he shows up at the Elimination Chamber, which is the next big pay-per-view that helps kind of sculpt the card for the next month's pay-per-view. Unless he shows up, he's out. I don't think he's going to make it.
Hey, Rory, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock is that $1 million smile that
Yeah.
WWE has. He's that ace in his pocket when they need to pop the ratings, but he get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in the NFL that is part-time like that just get paid to show up?
No, I don't think so. The NFL, man, playing professional football, that is a full-time job. That means, like, there really ain't no off-season. I remember when I might have taken January off, February, I'm back in the gym, I'm back running, I'm back jumping the rope, sprinting, lifting weights. It's a job just to work out. I used to get paid to work out. So it ain't, that's a 24. The season is just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to play for 3 hours at a high level.
Come on.
Level.
Come on. You just said Dak Prescott. Go ahead.
I think
KD.
I know where you're getting at, Ernest. I think I know where you're getting at. So, old timer face of the game, you bring somebody back like Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Or you bring somebody back, Jerry Rice or somebody, Montana.
Right.
Some of the old guys to face up, to show back.
Now, do they get paid to come and make appearances like that at these games?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got sponsors that pay them. They got different sponsors. If it's not the NFL, it's some other daggum sponsors paying them. There's other people paying them besides, if they ain't getting anything from the NFL, they get something from whoever is sponsoring the game, if it's being Nike or Adidas or
right. They will show you who their sponsor is because they'll wear their hat, logo, shirt logo, anything like that. It has to be seen.
And see, that's what I don't recognize, Ray, and maybe you can answer this. Who are some of the sponsors now? How, who are some of the sponsors for these big events?
Talking about
WrestleMania, yes.
You got Snickers, you've got Slim Jim, you've got Netflix. They're jumping in there.
Wait a minute, do people still eat Slim Jim?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, snip into it, brother.
I can see Ray. I can see you with a Slim Jim in your cheeks.
That was my nickname in high school, but it's because I had a small, but no, I've never eaten a Slim Jim in my life. Now I can't say that for a Snickers, but you did. Peanuts, it really satisfies.
You did say something that kind of struck a bell, and that's Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix is paying a lot of money to endorse to be a part of pro wrestling now.
$5 billion.
Yeah, they got Netflix pro games now too. Yeah.
Netflix is on. Hey, NFL's on Netflix too.
They got Netflix pro games. A couple of games this year were shot by Netflix.
They sure did.
Yeah.
What KD? So what you saying? They what?
They did host. They did host a couple of national
football games.
Christmas on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big time. Kansas City was on there.
So it looked like to me that the NFL and WrestleMania pro wrestling is being endorsed by the same people. The money is coming from the same avenue, the same place.
Yeah, like take Todd Gurley. You know who sponsoring him? Bush Baked Beans is sponsoring him. Todd Gurley's at the Super Bowl. Bush Baked Beans. sponsored him, gave him money. He probably got beans out his ass in his house, but they're sponsoring it. So it could be Adidas, it could be a sweatsuit company, it could be a shoe company, it could be all kinds of different entities. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And the Super Bowl is a show now. It's not just a football game. I mean, listen, they used to talk all about the football game, the football team, the football game, who's going to win, who's going to do this, who is the head coach, what they say. Now they talk about whoever going to be there at the halftime, who going to be there pregame, who going to be there postgame. That it's a big show, man. And during the game, they doing who are going to be the commercials. What's the commercials going to be about? Now, that right there is a lot of hands in that pot.
A lot.
What you know about Kendrick? What do you know about Kendrick Lamar? That's who's going to be in the halftime show this year.
Man, that's been on every daggone computer. Everybody want to know everybody want to know if he's going to have Taylor Swift show up. Well, nobody, I mean, those performers that perform at the Super Bowl, they don't get paid. They're doing that, But they use that as a catalyst.
They probably get paid because he don't need somebody to be regular. He probably getting paid from some endorser or somebody.
Probably somebody else endorsing him, man. Yeah, you're right about that.
Five-time Grammy Award winning Kendrick Lamar.
But you know what? He put a song out there and it's all over everything. Every time you turn something on and music play, it's Kendrick Lamar.
And dissing Drake, calling Drake a pedophile.
And what's that? And I mean, what do they call those things, man? They call it a diss tape.
The truth is, artists that perform at the Super Bowl halftime historically make nothing. In 2016 interview with Forbes, NFL spokesperson Joanna Hunter said, "We do not pay artists. We cover expenses and production costs." Because they're letting them have a worldwide audience of 120 million people. So why should they pay?
Why should they pay? You got to make your own money. We'll give you the platform, and
that's it.
So this go to show you. This go to show you just how large this platform for the Super Bowl is. If you don't need to pay somebody that probably make millions of dollars, but he's not going. He's going to do this for free. Now,
because he got 120 million eyes on him at one time.
And I guarantee you this right here: sooner or later, WrestleMania gonna have a halftime where they're gonna have a big star. They already have them.
They're already doing it.
Listen, if you go to if you go, I went to Raw here in Atlanta. All the superstars that be at the games, that always getting their picture taken at the basketball game, at the football, they all backstage. They backstage at Raw the other night. Now WrestleMania, you know this. It's gonna be every major star that want to get their face on. It's like a cheap way of getting almost that same kind of push and pull.
That publicity, yeah.
And it's easy to get out there in the WrestleMania because WrestleMania is a big platform. But right now there's still room for them to be the one to get their face out there. So I wonder if whoever running WrestleMania, I don't know if it's Triple H or if it's the new company. And I think the new company is running it because in the tickets I get, they send me, I had to go through them, the new company, to get the ticket. Yeah. So I'm just saying, with the way these two events are growing and moving in the direction they're moving in, bro, ain't no telling how big the thing's gonna be.
It's gonna be The Rock before it's over with. He bought most of the stock.
They listen, I'm telling you, they might end up doing something together. Think about how big that would be if Super Bowl was on Sunday and then Monday night.
Or WrestleMania was on Saturday and the Super Bowl was on Sunday.
Yeah. Think about, listen, if it wouldn't be enough. Listen, I went to WrestleMania, Philadelphia last year. I talked to people I did autograph signing. So fans were coming to see me. I talked to people from India, Africa, China. Man, you would not believe how people come over just to
All
come to
over
the
the world.
WrestleMania. And I asked him, I was like, did you guys fly in? Yeah, we flew in just to be here for this weekend.
Mhm.
And they there for all 4 days of it. All 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. 5 days of it.
And KD, you know this. We grew up together like brothers. What did we do in the backyard?
We wrestled.
Play football. And
Football,
wrestle.
basketball, everything.
And wrestle. Everything in the backyard.
Mhm.
Now, everything that we used to do for free and that was fun, people paying millions of dollars just to have it in their pockets where they can pull out.
Let me pitch you an idea. What about a main event at halftime at a Super Bowl game?
You know they already did that? They did it with Mankind and The Rock.
Oh.
They did a Super Bowl. They did a Super Bowl halftime in an empty arena. It was just The Rock and Mankind, who was Mick Foley, and they wrestled for about 12 minutes during halftime. But it wasn't endorsed by the NFL. But real wrestling fans knew to turn on this channel during halftime and you would see it. But if the NFL, I'm with you, KD, if the NFL would get behind it, there's no telling what could happen. 120 million people?
Over the top. Lord. Over the top.
Hey, I got a list here I want to read to you guys. We talking about yo guys making $60 million a year?
Yeah, 160. I mean 100. I mean 60 million. Yeah.
Let's talk about the top 10 guys who'd have made the most money with a little bit of time in the ring. Number 10 is Chris Jericho. He probably spent about 3 minutes in the ring, and he made $100,000. How did that sound to you guys? 3 minutes for $100,000.
I would
now.
Do it.
Let's go to number 9. Number 9 is
you said
Jeff.
That's 3 minutes average per match?
No, that 3. He was in the ring for 3 minutes and he got paid. These are guys who did the work and got paid for the work. He wrestled at 3 minute. 1 3 minute. Not per
at what
3
show?
Minutes.
What show?
I forgot what show it was, but he wrestled. They brought him in to wrestle someone, and he wrestled 3 minutes. The match was a 3 minute match. He got $100,000.
Okay.
And now the next one is
I would have kicked his ass for 20.
The next one is Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett came in, and he got $200,000 for a 2 minute match against China. But see, the way he got the money is this right here. They were advertised on a pay-per-view. He was supposed to lose the title belt to China. You know China, the big muscle. But he felt like he was being cheated. So what did he do? He held up Vince McMahon, said, I'm not going in the ring to do this until I get $200,000 in my bank. So Vince,
you making me lose to a woman and you're going to hurt my credibility.
No, he was coming to a WCW. It wasn't going to hurt that. He was coming to WCW anyway. So he felt like they cheated him from the box office. So he ended up getting paid $200,000 for that one match. He helped Vince McMahon up. He said, Vince, I'm not going out there until I get this money in my pocket, in my bank. And now, this money that he wanted in his bank was the money from the box office. So anyway, he got $200,000. Vince McMahon ended up paying him because Vince know if he didn't have that match and it was advertised, he probably had to give all the money back. So he ended up getting that money. Now, another one, Ultimate Warrior. He's number 8. He wrestled again for a brief time against Hogan. He had to put Hogan over. A match. Guess how much you think he got paid? Let's just say, 3 minutes, that's a match. Let's say for this one match to put Hogan over, how much do you think the Ultimate Warrior made?
5.
You're right.
$500,000.
$500,000 for one match. One match.
And he held Vince up for that. He wouldn't go through the curtain.
He wouldn't. You're right. You remember that, huh?
Yeah, he did
want
not
to
want to
go.
go through the curtain, and that's
So
why Vince, as soon as that match was over, they fired him.
yeah, he got 500. Now let's keep moving. Now number 7 was Goldberg. They needed one match with somebody against the Undertaker over in
Saudi Arabia.
yes, and they called Goldberg to come over just to have a match, and the match wasn't that good. People say.
Well, because Goldberg suffered a concussion in the first 4 minutes of the match,
but
and don't remember anything, and he couldn't pick
hey,
the Undertaker up or nothing.
KD, how much do you think he got paid for this one match?
Goldberg?
Rory, one of y'all, anybody, give me a number.
Goldberg got top dollar.
600.
I'm gonna go with $1 million. I'm gonna go with $1 million.
You gonna go with $1 million? How about you, KD?
I'm gonna go with 850.
Well, guess what? All three of y'all chumps are wrong. He got $2 million for that one match.
Holy shit!
$2 million for that one match. For that one match.
2 million.
And let's move forward. Let's move
that
forward.
That match was 8 minutes long.
Yeah, $2 million. What would you do for $2 million, KD?
2 million.
For 8 minutes. All you do it for 8 minutes. I'll spend a night with your mom for 8 minutes, $2 million.
I would pass on that. I wouldn't do that shit, Ernest.
Okay. All right. Let's move on down there. We had number 6.
I thought you had a show to do. There you go.
Number 6. Number 6. Okay, I'm sorry. Number 6.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Ernest, hold on. There's your mom calling. Hold on. Now call her back. Never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
All right. Number 6. KD. Number 6 is the Undertaker. That's the Undertaker, Ray. Against John Cena. He came back. They called him back out of retirement to put John Cena over because John Cena needed the kick in the pants. He needed a boost. He needed a little lift.
Couldn't find an opponent for WrestleMania. He was sitting in the crowd.
So what do you think this guy got paid? This number 6. What do you think he got paid for one match?
$2.5 million.
What you got paid?
It's not going to be more than Goldberg.
So you think it's under $2 million?
Yes.
What about you, Rory?
I'll go 3.
Wait a minute. You reading the top 10, right?
Yeah, I'm at number 6 now.
Oh, so it's more. So it's 2.5.
Yeah, I think 3 million.
Yeah, I just want y'all to guess it. It's
2.5.
Anybody? 2.2.
2.2
million. Got.
Okay.
2.2 million. Now we moving on down. We moving on down. Now we at number 5. Y'all guys don't give up. You guys got 0 right. I want you guys to know that.
No, I got
you
the first
guys
one
haven't
right.
got. No, you got
the first one right.
You got one right.
Yeah, you got the first one right. Yeah.
The rest of you guys are running 0 right now. Just like in the 4th quarter, and we need 1 yard, and I don't have anyone on my damn list right now on the Cat Punk Corner podcast that can get me a yard. Neither one of y'all.
Push. Let's get the push, and we can make it.
Okay. So we had number. Hold up. So we had number 5 right now. Number 5, Brock Lesnar. And it was I think it was like a 3-way thing where it was it was a 3-way thing. 3-way match. How much do you think he got?
Who did he wrestle and when was
no,
it?
you don't need to know. He just had a 3-way match. We don't care who they wrestle. I'm just telling you what they are on the list.
3 million.
3 million.
See,
32.
you guys are lucky now. You guys are getting smart now. How about number 4? Number 4, 3 million was good.
Wait a minute. Were we right?
I just said, you guys are getting
we were right.
Yeah, okay. $3 million. $3 million for one match. One match.
And I got a question for you when you in this.
Okay. Number 4. Who do you think was in that? And that was the Heartbreak Kid. One match. Now listen, this ain't no contract where they get paid, for a year or for 2 years, a 3-year deal, a $3 million deal for 1 year. This is one match.
What
Now,
match
did it
deal?
tell you the match? When was this match that Heartbreak
Bro,
Kid?
we don't need to know all that. We just need to know what do you think he made for that one match.
Well, how
This
come
is
we
one
had
of
all
the
the
highest
information for the first couple? We had who they were wrestling
Three
and all
point
that shit.
three
Now we ain't got
point
no
two.
information.
because I knew. This right here, I just know how much. Right.
Okay.
You don't
Shawn
need that.
Michaels
who
comes
they-
out of retirement and wrestles one match. Was
Yeah.
this when he was in Saudi Arabia?
Bro, just answer the question. We just trying to get how much. Bro, you making this game real hard. You understand what I'm saying? It's easy.
3.2 million.
Hey, this is the kind of guy you have on your team, KD and Rory, that always doubt what y'all about to do. The
Man,
coach
I wouldn't
called
run
and
that
play.
sweep to the right.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna run that sweep. We should go left.
You see that outside linebacker? We
Yeah,
can't
he's
get out to
big.
the corner.
Yeah. Hey,
All right,
so
3.2 million.
who are we at now? Number 4, right?
Shawn Heartbreak Kid.
Okay, all right. What you got, KD?
I got 3-3.
Okay, who you got? What you got, Roy? Roy, wake your ass up.
3-4.
He got sleep apnea.
I'm looking at you, man. 3-4.
Oh,
He's
3,
going
4.
3.4 million. Yeah.
Okay, well, it was Heartbreak Kid, and it was 3 million. Number 3 is The Rock. He came back and wrestled John Cena. How much do you think he got paid?
$4 million.
He got paid 3 million for that match. Stone Cold. Now, when Stone Cold came back, and who did he wrestle?
Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens in Dallas.
For one match. This number 2. For one match.
$5 million.
You just ridiculous now.
3.5.
You cheap. You just a cheap sucker. What you got, Rory?
Keep
Rory, what do
4 million.
Rory, you're a nice, good businessman. This dude got $4 million for that match.
Okay.
That's a lot of money for that match. And number one.
Damn right.
Number one. Hey, number one, who do you think is the number one highest paid for one match at number 1? Who do you think, KD?
I don't know that many wrestlers. Ernest Miller.
I wish it was. How about
we wouldn't be on this podcast today. We would be in the Virgin Islands.
If you would ask that question, how much did they get? 5 million?
No, bro, Judge, we got to let's go with the flow of it. I said, who do you think was the number 1?
Well, tell us what
How
the
you
dollar
paid?
amount is.
I'm going to say The Rock.
No, who you
I'm going to say The Rock. I'm going to say The Rock.
Number 2.
Rock, hey, you a smart dude, Roy. I like you. You don't look that smart, but you're smart.
Yeah.
I like you like that. You can be my offensive tackle anytime. You know what? If I ever buy an NFL team, I'm gonna bring you back as the coach.
So who's The Rock? Now, how much did The Rock get for the top?
And it's when The Rock will call back in. When The Rock will call back in the last time to do some business, WrestleMania, put some people over. How much do you think he got paid?
You'd have to be in the 4s, 4.5.
5.
I'm thinking 5 too.
Whatever it was so much they didn't put a money sign on it. He just got paid. They said he just got paid. They said he just got paid.
And a new pair of boots.
They say he just got paid. Listen, let me fit. Can I say it? Y'all don't want to hear it. They say he got paid 34% of the business.
Oh my God.
He a part owner. What is that, TKO?
He bought all the stock.
Yeah, he didn't buy it. They gave it to him. That's what they gave to him. His contract, 34% of the stocks.
Hey.
So this is what I'm just saying. You got all this money flying around both WrestleMania and Super Bowl, and these are businesses where people are making a lot of money. People are making a lot of money.
For sure.
And that's all. And this is what I'm saying. With them making, and I'm looking at you two guys. I'm waiting for you guys to step up and talk about the NFL. What the NFL doing with the Super Bowl? Is they setting things right? Are they making the future for football better?
All right. A lot of these guys got a lot of
you
money.
can't tackle nobody.
I wish I had one. I wish I had one of these damn contracts.
So the money the Super Bowl get, I think the money that they giving away in wrestling right now, bro. Let me tell you this. And I was backstage and I heard some of the contract. These young guys are making millions of dollars. They're making millions of dollars, but it's a different generation. Dollars don't keep them happy. It don't make them happy like it would have made us. These guys are still quitting. They're still leaving the business to do social media stuff. The NFL, you see these guys today in the NFL, they go out and try to talk so bad. Then when you see them in the locker room, they so girly. They so zesty.
Zesty.
KD, why you laughing, KD?
They make the contact I played with. That's all I know.
Hey, Rory, when you played, what was the guy who died of cancer? Was the no guard?
Lyle Alzado.
Lyle Alzado said he come there, drink a beer, and play football. He was a real cowboy. KD,
Howie Long,
a lot of
Howie
guys
Long, just a man.
During halftime.
Hold on, KD. Hold on, Rory. I mean, KD, go ahead. That's Big Ray talking. Go ahead. Let me hear what you said. KD, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying a lot of guys like that, they was old school. So they was like smoking in the locker room, doing halftime and all that kind of stuff. But my question to you is I got two questions. I got one.
To who? To who?
You. One is, have anybody in the wrestling arena ever went off script and just said that they just wrestled and they just start beating yourself on your own? They just went off on the script what you said y'all was gonna do. He got mad. One of them got mad or something like that, and they start fighting for real.
Oh yeah, it happened a few times. We just did a show about this, Ray. Yep. It happened a few times where guys went off script, and both of them got fired. You know, I mean, they do not tolerate that kind of action that's taken on your own to go and do your own business. No, we ain't talking about real wrestling. We talking about real action. They ain't emotional action.
Like in the movies. Take one.
Let me ask you this.
So let me ask you another question. This is what I'm going to ask before I get it out, before I forget. Now, what would it take you to come out of retirement? What's your price point?
$73. He'll be back in the ring tomorrow night.
Well, Ray, that's a pretty high number, Ray. I was thinking about a $2 whore.
$73 and a burrito. That motherfucker will be in there dropping elbows tomorrow.
Hey, KD, you got an NFL. KD, you got an NFL career. Rory, you had a great NFL career. Ernest Miller been a world karate champion, a WWE superstar. Ray, you been nothing your whole life, and you ain't gonna ever be anything. You ain't nothing but a sloppy hamburger. That's what you are. That's $73.
I got $73. I'll put you in the ring tomorrow night. Don't worry.
That's $73. Ray, that's $73. You can take it and shove it up your ass.
I'll give you 100. You just keep the change.
All right, I'll take the 100. Hey man, listen, it's been fun, man. We finally got the thing rolling. I knew once it started rolling, we were gonna create something. Now let's just hope we created something that Cody can make some sense out of it and put it out. I think it'll be fun. I think people like this.
And millions of the Cats fans. We thank you guys for coming on, and we hope that the Super Bowl is as entertaining as this podcast.
One more time. Yeah. Who you going with, KD? Super Bowl.
I got one question real quick.
No, the question's over, man. It's time to go home.
What do you call a cow that has no legs?
Yo, mommy. Let's go, man.
I didn't make any elephant jokes.
Call him on,
elephant jokes.
Cody, Cody.
What is
Cut
it?
them off.
What is it, KD? What is it?
Get rid of them, Cody. Cody,
Ground
you're going to
beef.
get fired if you
Ground
don't get
beef.
these chokes.
He said it's ground beef.
Ground beef.
Hey, listen. Cody, cut them off. If you don't cut
No,
them
don't
off
cut
now,
him off.
Cody.
KD, who you got? Who you got in the
Yeah,
Super Bowl?
who you got? Who you got?
Who I got for the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City.
By
How
how
about
much?
you, Rory?
I'm gonna take Philly. I'm gonna be devil's advocate. Go Philly. Yeah.
How about you, Ray?
KC, baby. KC by 3.
Man, listen, I'm going with Philly.
Atlanta.
I want somebody new, so I'm gonna go with Philly, man. But listen, we're gonna have to do this again, WrestleMania. Once we find out who is the headliner, we got to talk about WrestleMania, just like you guys came on to talk about the Super Bowl with us. We won't have you guys back on when we talk about the Raiders. Talk. Rory, I'm sorry. Talking about WrestleMania.
So KD, you got to start watching. Rory already watches the product.
Well, I'm going to start. When is the WrestleMania? Where's it going to be and when?
Las Vegas in April.
Hey, you invited if you want to go, baby. It's in Vegas. I get your tickets. See, we can get tickets. I'll get your tickets.
We're going to the chicken. We're going to the chicken ranch too when we get out there.
Oh boy. Watch out.
All right, guys. Hey,
if my wife's listening, that's where you go buy eggs because we like to eat eggs.
Y'all crazy, man.
We'll catch y'all next time on the Cat's Corner podcast for the world karate champion 3 times over, Ernest the Cat Miller. I am Big Shug. We'll see you next time.